Now I'm live. Howdy. So, today I'm going to be talking about one of my absolute favoritist of favorite subjects. I want to go over the Matrix and its philosophical implications. No, I want to discuss epistemology today, which is basically the Matrix and all its philosophical implications. And I'm going to get kind of ranty on this, so if there's something here that you like and it accidentally gets chopped out later, because I expect I'm going to chippy choppy this part a lot, because I'm going to get kind of ranty here, sorry in advance. So, epistemology, or in layman's terms, what the heck can we know about anything? It's an interesting question, isn't it? Because you can't. When you really get down to brass tacks, you can't know anything. So, let's... Man, I can start... It's such an open-ended place to start. Do I have hands? Well, it seems like I have hands. I can wiggle them and move them back and forth. Got ligaments that I think I can feel. So it appears as though I have hands, but couldn't I also just be a robot programmed to think that I have hands? And really, this isn't flesh. This is hydraulic pistons and steel? Or do I even exist at all? Maybe I don't have hands at all, and I'm just a brain floating in a vat that's connected to some nerves that are stimulating the feeling of having hands. Or maybe I'm not even a brain in a vat. Maybe I'm a computer programmed to think that I'm a brain in a vat with nerves that are stimulating my hands. And maybe I'm not even a computer program. Maybe I'm something's dream of a computer program that's supposed to... You get where I'm going with this, right? So, I don't know if I have hands. And you probably don't know that you have hands either. If you're seriously being scrutinous about your beliefs and what you can know. Does this thing of water exist? This jar of water that I carry around to drink out of? Well, I can touch it and I can poke it, but right now I'm not touching it. All I can do is see it, and certainly from seeing it, it seems like it exists. You know, you can take in the existence of that water, but I'm not touching it, so can I really know? Also, the light is delayed in traveling to my eyes, so couldn't something just be creating a hologram or an illusion? How do I know that the water's there at all? I mean, really, at the end of the day, couldn't there just be God or a devil playing a trick on me? Maybe I'm stuck inside of a VR helmet, and all of the world in front of me is actually just broadcast to my eyes, and that's not water I'm drinking, it's piss. Um, but I can't know that that's water. So I'm going to quit with that bit. I feel like by now you probably get the point. If you're seriously questioning what's in front of you, you can't know. You really can't know. And that's kind of a scary prospect. So the most popular, I'm not going to say the first person, because there were Greek philosophers that were talking about this for thousands of, well, hundreds, a thousand, a while before Descartes really, to me, it sounds like he had a really bad mushroom trip, but the guy was a no-life virgin, so I'm assuming that he was just freaking out one day, had a really bad anxiety attack or something, and just really went down the rabbit hole and got down to what can he know. And he was a Christian back in around the Dark Ages. I don't know the exact dates. Bad philosopher right here. But he postulated that Well, maybe it's not God. Maybe it's an all-powerful devil playing a trick on me, and maybe I'm really in hell, and all these other things. And what he came down to was, well, I at least know I exist. However, I read a book not so long ago called Superintelligence by Nick Bostrom. And in the book, Mr. Bostrom discusses one avenue to creating artificial superintelligence, which is full brain emulation. And if you. Okay, I need to slow that down a little bit. So, the book Superintelligence is about how to create an AI, how to build Skynet. It's how to build Skynet. It's an instruction manual for building Skynet from a philosophical perspective. It's really good, really well thought out. If you're not into long format, dry, philosophical premise, premise, conclusion, premise, premise, conclusion, premise, 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 conclusion, and then conclusion, 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 overarch, you might not like it, but it's really, really well laid out in terms of like a philosophical argument. And it's a very, very good read. And in it, he's discussing multiple avenues for creating artificial intelligence. He goes through like programming and whatnot. And one of the things he lands on is full brain emulation. And that got me thinking earlier when I said, well, maybe I'm just a computer programmed to think that it's a brain in a vat. That was a very real assessment, because that is a doubt that you can cast. You can say, well, maybe I'm not actually real. And in some sense, you're not. You are a machine. Your mind is mechanical. So regardless of whether or not you're a computer program or something that is a biological computer, it's effectively the same thing in a sense, because you aren't anything more than the machinations of a super complicated program running itself, which in some sense can cause panic, right? Because, oh my God, I don't have free will. But also, well, if I'm a computer program, that means I can alter the code, right? So, anywho, where I was going with that was, I think you can cast doubt on even the idea that you exist from Descartes. But practicality, I think Occam's razor is what he was going for. Is, look, you're sitting there, you're thinking, whether you exist in this physical reality or you exist in some other physical reality where you're simulated, or there's some god or thing dreaming you up, you're still there thinking. So in some sense you exist. And that's what he kind of latched onto and grew out from there. I think a really great tool, though not one without flaws, mind you. Being a philosopher, I would have to point out that the scientific method, while a great tool, is also flawed. But it allows us to kind of probe and ask questions about our reality and the nature of reality. So one I don't know who all here is familiar with the scientific method, so I'll just kind of briefly dabble into it. You come up with a testable being the most important thing, testable premise. You test it. You come up with a methodology for testing it. You test it. You write down what happened. If it fits your theory, your hypothesis, then your hypothesis gets stronger. If not, then you have to revise your hypothesis, right? So that's how science has happened. And in recent times, that method has been kind of perverted by capitalism, but that's a discussion for another time, and I don't really want to talk about it. The theory itself is pretty sound. So you can use that. We have used that to create all of the, for lack of a better word, magic in the world around us, right? Magic. But, lights that you can touch and they turn on, computer screens that are flat and can show you in real time people from all around the world, basically portals, right? the thing you keep in your pocket that has all of the world's knowledge available at your fingertips, even though it's being corrupted by algorithms that don't return the search results that you actually have inquired about. Regardless, all of that magic has been created through use of the scientific method. Now, a very interesting experiment that I feel like I've got to touch on when I'm talking about epistemology that was run in the early 1920s called the double slit experiment exposed, using the scientific method, exposed a huge underlying problem with the very fundamental nature of reality. I don't know who's familiar with this and who's not, so I'll kind of briefly outline it. I'm not super. If you've got something to say, comments. Comments. Am I cutting out here? Oh yeah. Thing is dying. I'm dropping frames like mad. Maybe it's back. Maybe it's back. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened there, or how much of that you guys caught. But what I was getting at was, girl, what was the last part that you saw on YouTube? Do you know? Can you get me back in this?
Sorry, just give me a second.
No worries.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the magic of
No,
created
on
things.
YouTube. On YouTube, not...
Yeah.
Because the stream started cutting out, right?
Yep.
So it was what?
You were talking about the double slit.
That was on stream, the last thing that
Yeah.
they heard? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So, double slit experiment. The double slit experiment was an experiment run in the early 1920s. Not something that I'm super informed about, right? But something that's very interesting because using the scientific method, using basically a method that we've devised from supreme doubt, supreme skepticism, it underlined this whole idea that, hey, something's not right here, right? Because what it did, I'll bring that back. What it did was it shot electrons at a screen, and we figured out how to shoot electrons at a screen, and then we figured out how to shoot them through a slit. And when you shoot electrons through a slit, they come out as a line on the other side, right? But if you shoot a stream of electrons through a slit, you get an interference pattern, or not. It's two slits. Sorry. When you shoot a stream of electrons in bulk through two slits, it comes out on the other side like a interference pattern, like a wave. Whereas if you just shoot them one at a time, it comes out as two slits. So that means at some level, something is changing in the way electrons act when acting in aggregate versus when acting in singular. That means at some level there's a simplification happening in I'm not going to say the deepest level of reality, but a deeper level of reality than you and I can observe on a day-to-day basis. There is some sort of simplification happening. And the way that your mic's still hot. The way that the universe computes what happens is not by simulating every single electron. It's by every electron acting in in bulk or in aggregate, which to me indicates that this is not, this is probably not base level reality. Because if it was base level reality, every electron should act as a particle, right? It shouldn't be acting on some simplification algorithm, which is how you model it. It's a probability based thing. That's how people compute where electrons are, is where it's probably at, not where it's actually at, because you can't know where it's actually at until you shoot it with another electron or photon or something. Like, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. And I don't want to get any further down that road because, quite frankly, I don't I know enough about physics to get me in trouble with physicists. So I'm not here to say, hey, you know, physics. I'm here to say there's well, that spawned quantum dynamics, which is another aggregate sort of thing. So there's something disturbing underlying our reality, our base understanding of reality, which we can, I mean, you or I can't, right? Because we're not out there running the experiments, but in theory, we can reproduce using the tools that we have been given us. We can reproduce this problem with the nature of our reality and say, hey, doubt, press X, right? Doubt, you know. So after reading about that experiment, that was in high school that I read about that, and then watching The Matrix, which, of course, why would you not follow that up with watching The Matrix? I've taken life a heck of a lot less seriously than maybe I should have, because it doesn't seem like whatever's going on here is, you know, the absolute end all be all truth of everything. I mean, there's no reason for that. Certainly you should treat it like it's the end all be all because this is the only life you get to live. But I don't know, something about knowing that it's not, I don't want to say it's not real because it might be real to us. Maybe this is the layer of reality that we get to live in. Maybe this is all there is. Certainly this is all there is, right? Because we experience ego death at the end of our life, and if we experience ego death, that's all she wrote. Like, you're done. Maybe, well, obviously your energy continues. The particles and the energy that compose your physical form continue on through the universe, but this pattern that is Josh, that, as far as we know, that's the end of it. That's where the pattern ends. And that's, whether or not that's terrifying or relieving to you, that is the end of your existence, and therefore what does it matter what happens anywhere else, because this is the life that you're living. So another kind of problem with the scientific method is it's a system of reaffirming your own beliefs, right? So if reality is based on belief as opposed to, and someone using the scientific method used it as a tool to construct reality by manipulating the beliefs of others, that's something that you can't disprove, so it's not, you can't subject it to a test, but it's theoretically possible that that could have happened, right? Maybe all these stories about dragons and witches were true until some asshole invented the scientific method and then just started doubting everything and formed a system of organized beliefs that effectively nullified all that bullshit, which, I mean, that honestly, that's probably for the best. Can you imagine people running around shooting fireballs? We wouldn't have anything this cool. But I mean, you can't disprove that that's what happened either, so who knows? And maybe reality is more about belief than it is about tested verifiable knowledge, and the only reason that the tested verifiable knowledge theory thing works is because people believe in it, much like a religion or whatever. You can't know. You can't know. You can't know anything. And I'm not even going to try and wrap this back into magic or wrap this up, This is just a rant I wanted to have, and I feel like I got most of it out of my system. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that do that thing, and then we're gonna play some games. I hope you all enjoyed my little epistemology rant. I might continue to do things like this in the future. I'm not really sure. If you've got some idea about what's going on here or questions about this thing, because this is a thing I'm very into, and if I don't know something that you're going to ask, I'm totally going to do my homework on it. Just drop them in the comments and drop a like if you appreciated this, because I just need some feedback on it if you watch it. So, yeah, anywho, we'll get into some magic, which is probably what you're here for after the break. And here we are. We're doing more regular standard event today because I don't feel rich enough to do the best of 3. I was pretty happy with my deck yesterday, so I'm just going to roll that beautiful Lurrus footage. Helios! I fought this person before. I think. That is a interesting hand. Opponent goes first. What's he got? Oh, this is the same guy I fought round 1 yesterday, isn't it? He was playing a rogue stack. I'll drown the lock is okay. We know it's rogues. Oh, cling to dust? Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you. That's a one-of that we want against rogues. Oh, he's not playing... He's not playing rogues right now. Interesting. Or was this the green guy? Yeah, this was the mono green flash guy. Okay. Alright. Womp. Yep, we want it. Not taking 3 damage and being able to counterspell stuff is cool. Essence Symbiote. Interesting. Wonder what he's got. He's gonna try and mutate something here, right? We're gonna get it with an Anticog. Down 3. Ah, my face. Alright, we can get an Anticog out here. Make an Enforcer. Nice, nice, nice. I guess I probably should have held that until the end of his turn. That's perhaps a slight misplay. Drown the Lock is on at least. Maybe not. 2 clings in hand. And an end of the story. Round 3. I need some way of getting his stuff in the graveyard. I don't like that. That's way too much ramp. But I can't counter it because he's only got... Oh no, he's on 3. Okay, cool. Let me just take 2 more here? Sure. Yeah, he was hoping to top some land. He's probably... Is he rocking a shock? Nope, not rocking a shock. We have all kinds of recursion here. But nothing in the graveyard, except counter spells. No. No. Harvest Cobra. Sure. Oh, you know what this is? This is Scoots. I'm fighting Scoots. He's looking to play a Scoot Swarm here and then start doubling on it. Yep. What do you put in hand? Essence Symbiote. Generous. Each other non-human creature. Okay. Interesting. Sure. That turns on and off, right? Yeah, there we go. Not sure what to play this out as. Like a black or a blue, maybe? Matter? I have more black, so we'll play that out as blue. We activate the Lurrus. Sure. We shouldn't ever be able to get through that line. But I do need to start getting ahead of him on cards. Problem. But he can't attack with it. So, that's a problem. No attacks, etc., etc. He's tapped out. I'm playing again. Draw. Another end of the story. Sick. And a Ruins Crab. Extra sick. Did I just not end of the story when I could have ended the story? No. Fail on my part. Seems like he's probably going the kill me route. I should probably get in on the mill route. Let's make sure that nothing gets too out of hand here. Oh, that could be problematic. But it could also mean we just mill him right out of the game. 27. 27. Alright, now resolves that. Oh, but he's got a great henge. Yeah, we 100% need to just get him here. 24. How much can we mill him for next turn? Probably like a shit ton, right? He needs to go wide enough to kill us here. So if I remove his small stuff, I'm in a pretty good spot. He can't really swing in. And I've got an anti-Cagrock waiting in the wings here. Let's see. 3, 3, 2. I almost want him doing stuff. I don't want him getting too crazy here. Well, Asterix isn't that terrifying, right? I feel like it should be Thought Thief here, but maybe not. Maybe we end the story and see what we draw. That's 4, though. That leaves us on 1, 2, 3. No, we don't want to be on 3. I think just playing out the Thought Thief is a good start. And we, next to combat, swing in with 1. Blockers. Damage. Boom. Mill him for another 1. And then I can play out the Lurrus and replay the Wind Robber if I sack it here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully we pull land. No, it's another end of the story. But we mill him down to 11. So he has to win basically next turn or he's just dead. Which he could do if he has an Embercleave in there, actually. We have not seen any Embercleaves in this deck, though. So maybe he doesn't have it? Eight? Yeah, he can't Embercleave here. 5, 4... 2, 1... 2, 1, block 2, 3, trades. And then I take 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. Draw another card? Sure. Alright, cool. We're going to go ahead and play out our Call of the Death Dweller here. Right? Yeah, Call of the Death Dweller. Get both of our Thieves Guilds Enforcers back. That should be game. Boom, mill. So yeah, we didn't see any Scoot Swarms in that deck. That deck seems like it should have Scoot Swarms in it. I don't know. Onward and upward. We claim the prize. Rosetta Jones. Alright, Miss Jones. Opponent goes first. Mirror match. Why is my second game almost always a mirror match? The keep. It's a really good hand, but sure, I'll 1 for 1, yeah. Do you care to counterspell my Ruin Crab? Because if so, I have a surprise for you. Might be a mistake not to play out of black here. We'll make our safe play. So I really wanted to get greedy and play out my Windrobber there. I just don't think it's right. Whatever it is, we bottom it. Oh no, we want that melt. Mind games! Yes, mill me. Mill me, I dare you. This is gonna be classic. I'm sure it'll get milled regardless. I should probably eliminate that. That gives him the choice to do whatever he wants. We'll see. We'll see. See what happens when we go to combat here. Sure. Bottoms. Play anything? Okay, yeah. We'll go ahead and eliminate in response. Nah, we'll let that resolve, right? And now, before we go to combat, I do wish to eliminate this. I would be quite surprised if he counterspells it. That was a waste of a counterspell. And I'm actually a-okay with getting melt here. Yeah, buddy. Bet you weren't expecting that one, were ya? Well, shoot. Oh, that call is active. Well, we're actually not going to call right here, though. He's tapped out. This is a great opportunity to get our Thought Thief and our Ruin Crab online. Although we don't really want to play the Ruin Crab. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to Thought Thief here. Right? I want to stop him from playing into the story. I don't know if I can effectively do that. Well, I'm not pressured to play the Thought Thief until his step here. Or his attack step here. Missing that land drop hurts, though. Oof. 2 lands. It's brutal. Removal? I hope he has removal here. Oh yeah, we're gonna get him with this call. He ain't even gonna see it coming. Can sack here. I think we just take it. Would be awesome is if we pulled a land here. All he's got's the Lurrus. And he can't bluff having anything else. Yeah, if we pull a land here, we're in a really good spot. We're in a disgusting spot. 100% just get him. Enforcer and the Thought Thief, I believe. Already having a Windrobber in play. Breath Touch. Menace. Sure. Now our end of the story is on, and all he's got's a Lurrus. And we're caught up on Mel. Woot! So whatever he draws, as long as it's not into the story, we're in a pretty good spot. Even if it isn't into the story, no, into the story bones is pretty hard. Not gonna lie. Lurrus is fine. I'm curious about what he has. Or if he's just been playing stuff as he gets it. But he can't swing in here. He can sack for a draw, and that's it. Even that's not a good play. Being that he's on 1. Yep. He cannot counterspell me here. So I should just go for this. Oh, ho, 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 that's mean. That's just mean. Play that out. Yeah, the Enforcer's more mill here. But everything's happening in the air. I didn't get removal. I can't actually pull removal. That's somewhat frustrating. Can mill him. Doesn't really have any good blocks. Maybe. Guaranteed 2 for 1. And I get to draw off it. Nice. He actually actively lets me 2 for 1. Okay. What do I want to block here? I want to be able to block the Lurrus. If he opts to swing in with it. No counter spells or removals. Somewhat problematic. We haven't even seen one yet. But Ruin Crab number 2 just gets... It gets so hard. Why would you just not do that? Interesting. Taps himself down, doesn't play anything. Okay. Well, I know he's got a, whatchamacallit in Low Mage's Domination. Yeah. He certainly has a Low Mage's Domination in hand. Whatever. We get down an Enforcer here. There's nothing he can do about it. Because everyone's playing an honest game of Magic here. This is devolved. I don't have any interaction in my hand. I can't really do anything else. Crap. Crap. Battle. Yeah, I can cling if I play out a wind robber here. So I think maybe I do. Yeah, I can get him really hard next turn. I can get him super hard next turn. Taps his 1 mana. Goes to 20. Choose attackers. Need to be swinging with the rogue here. Blocks. Any blocks? Goes for that block. Sure. We let that happen. End turn. Try and play something. I dare ya. I double dare ya. See what happens. I have the Lurrus Tech in my deck. Yeah, that was anticipated. That's what you meant to do last turn, and failed to do. Manual tap for 3, do nothing. Fling dust in response. Opponent's graveyard, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can I not cling that? Oh, I can't get him like this? I thought I could totally get him like this. Which one? Choose one target card. Yeah, that one. Sure. Remove, remove. Submit. Solve. Can I whip it? Nope, I can't whip it. Well, that's a problem. I thought I could whiff that with a clang. I thought for sure I could whiff that with a clang. Well, it looks like I lose, probably. He's got 17, I'm on 26. Well, maybe not. I might be able to hold him off long enough. There's another end of the story. And a drown the lock. Nice. We ended the story. How many Fabled Passage? 1, 2, and then did I exile 1, 3? Yeah, so we're super unfabled to draw Fabled Passage off into the story. Although he's tapped out, so I think into the story is probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then here, we want to be able to drown in the lock that Lurrus. Meaning we're still going to be getting extremely pressured, but hopefully not pressured out of the game. Question mark. We're going to be getting milled for 4 next turn. Or more. We can mill him right back. We've got 2 Thought Thieves. That is brutal. We're gonna take another 4, 5 mil this turn. We'll go to 11. He'll be at 10. Have we seen another Fabled Passage? Nope. I don't think so. What is this? 6, 9, 14. Yeah, I'm not blocking. This is not a game that I lose to damage, I don't think. I mean, maybe. But I think this is a game about mill outs. Way to bring stuff back. See, I can Lurrus, I can play Lurrus, and I can play something that's up to 2 cost. Do I have Ruins Crab in here? Yeah, I have another Ruins Crab in here. Does that matter? No, because I need to be able to mill him for more than 9. I can mill him for 6. Play out the Enforcer, a Thought Thief, a Thought Thief. Is that enough? I don't know. I guess we find out. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. We get him. And we actually had way more than what we needed. Woo! That's why you hold your Drown in the Locks for Into the Stories. That right there. Or Lurrus, I guess. The Metal 07. Virgin Metal? Vagina Metal? Technically on... What's he got? He's got no companion, so we don't know out the gate what he is. He goes first. We have Thought Thief on 2 as our first play, and Drown in the Lock is turned off. We have to take damage to Thought Thief on 2. Not a great hand. But it does allow us Wind Robber shenanigans. So maybe we get there with that. Maybe we draw an island. And we can play out Wind Robber after Wind Robber after Wind Robber. Opponent's already taken a mulligan. We've got a 2-card advantage on him. But he's mono red, so it might not matter. And our top card is Cling to Dust, followed by Thought Thief. Maybe we should have bottomed the Thought Thief, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm doing here. I need a Blood Chief's Thirst if this is going to be his line. Right? I mean, I'm sure he's got removal for that. I expect to see some sort of, like, dragon thing here. Mill him for 4? I think we continue to go slow here. Right? I don't know. Seeing all that red mana makes me think I should be trying to mill him here. Just, if nothing else, to get a read on what he's got. Oh, he's Gruul on stuck on red. Okay. Alright. Weird. Gruul on 4 with no creatures on board? That's unusual. Yeah, that's extremely unusual. Bone Crusher Giant twice to remove that. Interesting. I wish I could have drowned that. And I also wish that I had anything to cling here. But I don't. Means these Wind Robbers aren't doing a damn thing. Well, opponent, we are both in a weird spot here. I can't do anything with my hand, and you can't do anything either. Maybe, yeah, I can't cling anything. My graveyard is a creature I want to recur, and his graveyard is not full yet. He's got an Innkeeper. I think that's actually drownable. As awkward as his hand has been. I mean, now he just plays out a Bone Crusher, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Totally okay with that. Now I've got something to cling as well. Oh, 2 can play the Fabled Passage game. Also gotten into the story. So. Oh. Oh, maybe just playing out a Wind Robber smart here too. Sack that, play out a Wind Robber, activate Lurrus. Maybe not. I want to hold a Drown in the lock. So, maybe no Wind Robber. Take 4 instead. I mean, that happens no matter what, right? Yeah. I mean, we can still Wind Robber and Drown in the lock, and we've got 3 of them in hand, so I think that's actually fine. I want the extra mill here. Yep, that's good. Okay, we're good. If he goes for the swing, we get a draw out of the deal. Nope. Do not want that on the board. Now we've got a Blood Chief's Thirst and another island. Yeah, I can bluff having a counterspell and then end of the story at the end of his turn. Another Questing Beast. That's no good. My client is dying. Oh yeah, that's dead. It's not dead. Why isn't it dead? Okay, well he sees that I've got nothing now. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I'm gonna take like 1,000,000 here. Kinds of weird stuttering stuff going on tonight. Okay. I'm totally willing to pick to remove that. And I can eliminate that. I'll take 2 for it. Whatever. Bone Crusher, sure. I can Lurrus, play Lurrus, or I can just, like, get out a Thought Thief and, Wind Robber as well here. Continue to draw cards off those. Play out a Pathway. Blue, black. Scavenging ooze. I don't like that one fucking bit, and there is not a damn thing I can do about it right now. Ooh. Where's all my freaking removal? Oh, wait. Right, I've already used most of it. On stuff I had to remove. Well, I'm willing to claim. Not my claim. Fabled Passage, sure. Looking for every piece of removal I have. Found it. And while I really don't want to take 4 here, I think I'm going to have to take 4 here. Maybe not. I'm just going to play this super conservatively. I'll activate the Lurrus. Play the Lurrus. Play out a Wind Robber here. And then since we're not going to be able to play anything else, let's see what our next drop is. Blood Chief's Thirst, I'm good with that. Well, okay. I guess knowing what our next drop was, we could have... whatever. It's fine. Embercleave is lethal. I have no way to play around it. Whew! No Embercleave in hand. It's my lucky day. Yeah, that was terrifying. Alright. Got another Thought Thief. Another Thought Thief. Now we trade. And then play out the temple, see what our next draw is. It's an end of the story, sure. I want that. Cycle the Triumph, but I'm not interested in doing that. Oh yes, please. Give me that life. Nom 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 nom. Embercleave is no longer lethal. I guess Scavenging Ooze isn't as much of a problem for us as it used to be, is it? Back on the mill game plan. Another Questing Beast. That could be a problem. I'm not double blocking it. I'm gonna take 4 from it. then remove it next turn. Opponent's graveyard. Start removing stuff. Gaining life. Cool. Now, next thing we're going to want to do, we're going to want to make sure and kill that. Cool. And yeah, okay, opponent doesn't want any more of it. Kicked Blood Chief's Thirsts are pretty good. Cool, that's a lot of gold. And a pack. Nice. Emolobato underscore. Emolobato underscore. That's not a good hand. That's better. Keepable. Keepable, certainly. What do we toss here? Going first. Yeah, we keep... Part of me wants to toss the Awakening. Maybe it's greedy to keep the end of the story. I should be keeping the Awakening. I don't know, this seems fine. Not 7? No, opponent milled 1. Up to 6. We're going to respect our opponent. Assume they know we're playing rogues. Mono green. Nice, nice, nice. Play out of black. And start milling stuff. Turn 2 is not a turn we care about interacting with our opponent. There's land number 3 and land number 4. Perfection. Not 2, he's hoping to play out the Love Struck piece, but little does he know we run anti-cog. Gets us for 1. We have a Fabled Passage in our hand. 3, we take him to 4. We can maybe get him to 5, but probably not. So we should just activate Lurrus here. And maybe not. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we got anything to rest with Lurrus, so sure. Float the Fabled Passage. We can't end the story yet. Oh, I do not want that. Although, maybe that was too greedy. Maybe I could have just thirsted. I don't know. Okay, another end of the story, not what I wanted to see. Six. I can still Blood Chief's Thirst whatever he plays. He just plays out the giant. Interesting. Okay. Well, I can cling to dust for a draw, or I can just... Oh, okay. Alright. We're actually on here. Yeah, this is super good. Okay. We can sack the Fabled Passage. Pull an island? I guess it doesn't matter. But I think island is correct. Play out and then into the story. Play out a black land and get him super hard. 7 goes to 8. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Playing out the Thieves Guild Enforcer turns itself on. So I don't need to attack here. And that's all I need to do. And then if he tries to swing, we can play out a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yeah. If he tries to swing, we can play out a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Am I dropping frames? Did I just disconnect? No. That's just the MTG servers being wonky, I think. Okay. Or maybe he just had a weird stop. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he swings in with the Bone Crusher Giant. We play out the Thieves Guild Enforcer. With both. Okay. Play out the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Which instantly gets Bone Crusher Gianted, but doesn't matter because we turn that on. Make this block. Only take 1. And pull our next land. That's disgusting. Now we're in a beautiful spot where we can actually play another end of the story. We don't need another end of the story though, do we? No. If we play out a Thieves Guild Enforcer and a call, we can still float enough land to bluff a counter spell. But that requires us to play out the Fabled Passage. I think that's fine. I'm good with this. That seemed like a good turn. Wonder why he'd make that attack. It's like a Castle Emberth type attack. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, if we did have a counter spell, he'd get completely blown out here. Unfortunately, we do not. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. And go looking for one. Nope. Not worth saving 1 health. 2 health. Nah, it's just 1 health. Yeah. We're taking 10 there no matter what. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Gonna happen. And let's see, what are we looking for? More removal, I think. Well, that's fine removal, I guess. Although not ideal. Next combat. Don't want to get taken out by like a questing beast here, so we're gonna go ahead and land that and call it good. Brush fire. Yeah, whatever. Bone crusher. Sure. Can't equip the Ember Cleave now. Costs too much. Might as well get the extra 2 mil off this. Get him. Eventually. Eventually we might get him. Here. Let's see, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. So we would need to draw an untapped land off into the story. What are the chances of that? Let's see, we have 5, 10, 15. Nah, not high enough. Yeah, we just lose the game if we don't, so let's go ahead and not do that. God, those suck. And then play out a temple. Right? Yeah. A rune crab. Well, you're a bit late, bud. Maybe I should have topped that. The extra 2 mil. Sure. And we have no sort of interaction. But he's only got 1 card. I think it's correct to activate Lurrus here. Okay, he needs more than Questing Beast. Questing Beast is good for him, but we're going to have to remove that. 100%. And I suppose that means we are also going to need to end of the story. Okay. Yeah, I run a lot of those. They're good. I don't know what would necessarily be better in those circumstances, but those are good. Riftclaw. Going first? Yeah, that's a fine hand going first, I guess. Dorian deck? Oh, yeah. That's a great hand going first. We're expecting exile after exile after exile after exile. So that's not a good card in this matchup. Get the real slow roll on him. Sure. See if he plays out a tome and scries with it. Interesting. He runs Disruption. Okay. Noted. We don't go Lurrus this early. What do you bet he has another counter spell or a removal spell? No? Well, he's about to get milled for 4. So, he better come up with one. Or an extinction event. That's possible too. We've got the drown for that. Oh, he found a clang. That's annoying. Plays out a land, clings. Spends the entire game clinging. That'd be annoying, wouldn't it? Alright, we're going to hold into the story for clear mana. And we're going to drown on the lock extinction event. He's got it. That isn't an extinction event, so it resolves. I'm good with destroy. It's not exile. Yeah, I think we're fine bottoming that. For another 2. Seems good. Element of the Sea, sure. I'm not overly concerned with that. But that means I can get him with an end of the story. Because he just tapped out. And sure, you can play a thing. I don't care. Exile my 1 Thought Thief. I just drew 4 cards. I guess he could technically draw 4 cards here. Oh, your extinction event. You're 1 for 1. I don't care. That's a really good turn for me if that's what he's doing. Let's see, we play out another island. And double Enforcer. No, I can do that at the end of his turn. All of that I can do at the end of his turn. Double Thirst. Get Nugan. Lets me resolve another Enforcer. Interesting. Does he let me resolve a Thought Thief here? Target spell, return. Nah. That's just him doing too much. Tapping out for that is not cool. An Awakening. We can awaken for 2. That's actually pretty good too, but then if he has like some sort of removal, pretty tits out, but I think this is the play. Because we can mill him for like half his deck. And hit him for a shit ton. Yeah, not even Extinction Event does it here. Sure, you'd need another removal on top of that. You got another removal on top of that? Nope. Got him. Zenith flare. Screw you, game. Alright, I gotta pee. I can't continue. I can't continue, I must piss. It's that time of year again. Everybody's favorite time of year, where you have to moisturize or your hands bleed. And where the air hurts your face. Actually, it doesn't, because, I don't know, it's just been really hot here lately. But don't worry, guys. Global warming's just a liberal conspiracy. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm sure the weather happening outside right now is totally normal. Whatever. Humans being humans. I wonder where the hell my girlfriend went. She's been gone for a while now. Hope she didn't died. She is at the store. I wonder what she's doing at the store. Oh, now she's headed back home. Mayfer. We are fighting Mayfer. With a really terrible opening hand. We don't know what he's doing. That's a cool card back. But yeah, I don't think... Yeah, that's much better. Keep 6. Toss the Triumph. Although with the Ruined Crab, maybe not. Maybe we toss the Call. Get out of here, cat. Go on. Selfless Savior. Oh, he's playing mono white. I love this deck. This deck is so cool. Yeah, he can cast it on turn 2. This lets us play out a Ruined Crab and an Enforcer next turn. And he shouldn't have any way to interact with it. It's really cool when they don't have any way to interact with my stuff. Banishing Light. Yeah, just wait until his end step so he can't do any shenanigans. Sure. I'm sure he's going to remove the crab. I almost want to trade the Enforcer. Because the way I win is by drawing a bunch of cards. And I'm going to need to... Does it. Let's see if he's got some sort of spicy tech here. I'm A-okay removing that, 1 for 1. And we'll get the speaker next turn. Right? Yeah. Play on an island. Technically, this allows me to bluff. But yeah, okay. This technically allows me to bluff. I don't know if he plays around the bluff or not. Just put stops on his stuff. Sure, why not? Why not let the aspirant resolve? It's totally my choice, and not at all. That could be a problem. But we have removal for it. We could draw it. Okay. We can block with a Wind Robber and draw a card. And then into the story next turn. Temple of Deceit. Or, yeah, that's much better. Allows me to continue to bluff stuff. Fling to Dust. Yeah. With that in hand, sure. Or with the Sentinel's Eyes in hand, sure. We might need a Cling. Just so he doesn't get to keep recurring it. Wind Robber. Oh, he's only on 7, isn't he? And he gets a Wind Robber? That's not a good exchange for him. He's just doing that to get in for 4. Alright, well. I'm 100% just going to end the story here. And I can play out another Wind Robber. So I think I do. Might have to start clinging for draw. Oh my god. Casket number 3 on another Wind Robber so he can swing for 5. That's kind of disgusting. Alright, I'm going to have to put out a Lurrus. Okay, no I'm not. Welcome back, girlfriend. Welcome back. And there we go. Now we can pretty well deal with whatever he does. Oh, I can even play out a Fabled Passage here. If I can get up to 3 mana. Linden, no. Thought Thief and a Fabled Passage. I don't want the Fabled Passage. I have enough land. The Thought Thief is probably good enough. And he concedes because he knows it's over. But yeah, 3... I don't know about glass casting the Wind Robbers there. That seemed a little strange to me. I mean, his first casket was good. But the second 2, I was a little skeptical of those.
Oh, good today. Good job.
Thanks, darling. I'm doing my best out here. Extra waffles? My favorite order! What do we got here? Going first. Got a call. Fabled Passage. Eliminate Bloodchief's Thirst. Yeah, I think going first, this is a keep. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Damn it. Opponent has 1-mana interaction. Whoa! 2 islands? Holy cow. Did I just 1-for-1 him with that? I think I just 1-for-1 him with that. Maybe not. We've got removal. We've got the thirst. Damn. He got the 1-2 on us. We're gonna have to eliminate that next turn. Or Bloodchief's Thirst. No blocks. Get got. We've got 2 Thought Thieves though. But no lands. Yeah, he milled our lands. That's rough. Where's he at? 2? Yeah, we're not getting him there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can't quite get him there. If we drew another land, we could have potentially got him there. But being stuck on 2, I think our play is eliminate the Thought Thief. Maybe eliminate the Enforcer. Well, technically we can Bloodchief's Thirst. Yeah, being able to be a 3-mana gamer here, man. Sure, we'll tap out for it. Why not? Get him for 1. Yeah, we got nothing else. Aw, he has 3 lands. Here's our 3rd land. That's a tap land. That's worth playing. And if he counterspells it, we're up a lot, actually. We can get him eventually. This has not lined up very well for us thus far, but we can get him eventually. Being on 4, do we expect to see a Zerasan here? We might. What do we have in Graveyard? End of the story? Okay, we're just getting butt. We're taking it up the butt. But that did turn on our stuff. Sure. He's tapped out. This is an absolutely magnificent time to play a Thieves Guild Enforcer. And a Thought Thief. And we can even get him with a Wind Robber. Mill him for another 2. He's still like 11 cards ahead. Damn. I don't like it. He's got to have a bunch of removal in his hand in order to really get us, though. Since he doesn't play Lurrus. Unlock, sure. Man, he's got so much mana to play with. I hate it. Okay, alright. Well, we can play out a Wind Robber and see if he does anything. Just gonna play removal on one of our Thieves Guild Enforcers. got there? Ashiok's? He's got a lot of weird stuff that I don't like. What's he at now? He's at 43? I almost want to just attack this and sack it, see if I can get a land or a draw of some sort. But it's my only thing that I'm using to proc that. So maybe not. I don't know. Hard to say. We can make a big play next turn though, can't we? Yeah. We can pull a Thought Thief and a Wind Robber. And then just go super wide. Might not be the best play, since it looks like he's got a nearly full mitt. I'm sure he's got counter spells in there. He's had roughly 1 million counter spells. Yeah. Might just be getting stuck on land here. Fabled Passage, land number 4, woot woot! See if that resolves. Probably not. Absolutely not. I don't know, this is a frustration sack because I know I'm going to lose probably. Need the land. You shouldn't be able to do anything super crazy. Right? Or does he have just some massive... Okay, there we go. We have pulled into the story. Cool. But we don't have enough land to end the story if we can get him with an eliminate. So, all we do is activate Lurrus, pass. Opponent is sitting on a frickin' mid of 4. I need him to tap out. But I also don't have a counter spell to tap him out. So it's like, what do we do? What do we do? I don't know. But I'm 100% certain he's got a counter spell in hand. Hardcast Shark Typhoon? Shit. He's floating exactly 2. Nope, just lets it hit. Got another land. Get him for 9. This is as good a chance as I'm going to have to end the story as any. He's got any counterspell here. Yep. Well, we got. That's game. I'm not conceding yet, but I'm pretty sure we don't win from here. Because we just keep getting got. Yeah. Deck is 100% counter spells and that. Cool. Alright, well. We tried. That is a pile of garbage. A hot pile of garbage. But we just didn't get cooperated with there. Blue-black jank that just gets there. Worth considering, right? I love you too, girlfriend. I can't hear you. You're muted. Alright, next game. Knick-knack. Eliminate. Opponent goes first. Yeah. This is an okay hand going second. In the mirror, though... Yeah, it's an okay hand going second in the mirror. I'm okay with this. We'll see if he floats too. If he floats too, that's problematic. Oh, this is not a mirror. When you have a drown in the lock. That's friggin' awesome. I actually want to eliminate that more than I want to just start milling him. Oh, the last time I played this match, the way I won was mill. I think go wide is a better strategy than mill, though. Right? Like, my goal should generally be to just beat him down with creatures here. I don't want to drown the lock that. I have no way of drawing. Damn. I really need draw here. Smartest thing I can do, though, I think, is activate the Lurrus this early in the game. Because that Wind Robber will turn on, especially with a Fabled Crab in my hand. We can get it on. Yeah. And then next turn, we're going to be looking at like a Fox for Infinity. This fox is from hell. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold back the Wind Robber. Oh. We no longer have to hold back the Wind Robber. We can bait him in. We need to be black. 100% black 100% of the time. We good. I'm gonna go 1-for-1 with the Thieves Guild Enforcer here. Yeah, it was all good. It was perfect. Perfect. We're gonna remove that, play the Lurrus, and start attacking with the Lurrus after this. Attacking with the Lurrus is super good. Grant Stinger. Interesting. That's not a good card for me to see. Does opponent have another go for blood in his hand? Got one Zenith Flare. gonna need removal for that stinger. And pronto. So how do we get there? Back the Wind Robber. I need to get Lurrus down 100%. But I can't play Lurrus this turn. So this turn is probably enter tapped. Play out a Thought Thief. Attack with a Wind Robber. And then floated around the lock. Yeah. We're starting to apply pressure here. I mean, he is too with that stinger. I need to get a Lurrus down pronto. Another stinger, that's really bad for me. But there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Cycles for 3, gets me for 6, puts me at... Oof. I really need to be able to draw here. At 8, he can kill me next turn with the stingers if I don't pull a removal here. So I have to pull a removal here. That's basically where I'm at with it. He's only got 19 left in deck too. Please be removal, please be removal, please be removal. That's not removal. I can't play anything. Let's go. Ah, crap. He's just gonna cycle me to death with the stingers, isn't he? He only needs 3 cards. Yep. Okay, so stingers are something that I need to do something about, but I guess I knew I needed to do something about those, I just didn't have the cards. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we got out of that. Genarlan. Genarlane? Genarlan. One goes first. Obosh. So he is Teamer. So... do we keep this hand against Teamer? Seems keepable against Teamer. Part of me thinks I'm really looking for... Nah, I've gotten into the story. I've got plenty of mill. This should be a good enough hand. Round the lock. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Turn 2, so we want to float mana to Anicog. Turn 3. Yep. I do not want to see Love-Struck Beasts get resolved here. So that's 100% going to have to be the play. So we dust that. Take another one. Play down a Temple of Deceit, because it's all we've got. Triumph. Yeah, we'll need that 4th land. I mean, ideally it's not a tap land, but I guess we're just playing 1 turn late. And that's the end of our turn. Say go. Need that Drown the Lock for Genesis Ultimatum. Cultivate. I suppose that's fine. Not what we want to see, but we don't have enough counter spells in this deck to counterspell everything. That has to go for Genesis Ultimatum. Needs 2 more turns, so not this turn, but next turn. And we'll have to counter it. Rough life, man, rough life. He's on 6 too, so we can see some serious crap happen here. Yeah, that's fine. Does he run Rimrock Knights? It's not worth playing that risk, or playing those odds. I don't know if I can get punished for blocking that or not, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not super concerned about anything coming from our opponent right now. We know Genesis Ultimatum is happening next turn, so that's what we're primarily concerned with. Gonna have to Drown the Lock that. I guess maybe we play out the Wind Robber. Float the mana for Clang. Hopefully he doesn't have another one. Another draw. Good draw. Anicog, that's not quite good enough. I was really hoping for a land there. If we sack the Wind Robber, he knows that we are 100% not capable of counterspelling. Out the Ruined Crab. Do we play out the Ruined Crab? I don't think we play out the Ruined Crab. Maybe we play out the Ruined Crab. Nah. We're good. Yeah, we didn't have it. We didn't have it for that. Okay, hopefully we're not dead. We have a draw on the lock for another one. We have Eliminate, Blood Chief's Thirst, Islands. Woo, doggy! That's a lot of stuff. Oh god. He got a great hench in play. No! But we can stop him from getting other stuff in play. He's on 23. Maybe we get there. We are going to have to remove that. Be a Blood Chief's Thirst. I don't know that I should, or he should be drawing cards here. Oh yeah, he 100% should be drawing cards here. Okay, alright, well. I need an absolutely disgusting turn that I simply cannot manage, right? Gotta do this. He's got a full mint too, so he's probably got Genesis Ultimatum number 3 in there. 1. He's got 1 in the graveyard? We whiffed 2. Or we whiffed 1, right? So why does he have another one? Oh, because he exiled it. Or we exiled it? I'm not really sure. Okay, well, basically the only way we get back in this game is something like this. I really don't. Really don't want to use my Blood Chief's Thirst here. But I think we have to. No, because he's going to have an Ember Cleave. Yeah, if he Ember Cleaves, we're just dead, right? So it has to be like... It has to be Eliminate. It sucks. And then we're going to have to actually take damage to clear that terror. Black, sure. God, this sucks. That is my only out though, right? Oof, man. Like Genesis Ultimatum number 3, Terror of the Thieves. Yeah, that's just game. Oof. Brutal. Well, sometimes they just have number 2. We still went 6. Not bad, not bad. Aw, yeah, we got gems. And a Nimble Trap Finder. Sick. We are 20 gems richer. In fact, boom! Skyclave Relic. Cool. Alright, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it it. Adios.